Number one is to really take ownership and personal responsibility.
Can I take notes?
Yeah, take notes, please. Yeah. Can you do that? You have to lick the pen first.
No, I
No,
don't.
don't do that. Okay. Welcome to episode number 37 of The Not So Serious Life. I am Jason Goldberg. That is Steve Chandler. And we want to know, why so serious? Why is everybody so, not our viewers, but why is everybody not watching this so serious, Steve?
I don't know.
Isn't this great? I love these shirts. This is the Joker, which is kind of like our alter ego, except not crazy, right? We're not psychopaths, right, Steve?
That's right. We're not like Heath.
Yeah, we're not like Heath. But people who are psychopaths don't typically go around saying, I'm a psychopath. So by us saying we're not psychopaths, we could be psychopaths.
Right. That doesn't prove we're not.
Yeah.
In fact, it might raise some suspicion that we're denying it too strenuously.
Yeah, because that's what it is. I'm sure this is the first time 37 episodes in where people are thinking we're a little off. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into our question today. And our question today is from Steve. It's not from you. Although that would be funny, Steve. You should start submitting your own questions. And
Don't know that I haven't.
That's true. I don't know. It could have been an anonymous email or something. Okay, so this question's from Steve. And Steve says, what are your top 3 tips for a successful relationship? And he says, what are your top 3 relationship tips for a committed or marital relationship? Obviously, keeping score and trying to change them are understood, so let's put those off the table. Very funny. I like that. See, this probably was you, Steve. So the question is, what are your top 3 tips for a successful relationship? What do you think, Steve?
Well, you go first while I'm trying to think of something.
But you've had so much more experience than me. I shouldn't be answering this. Okay, I'll answer first. So my top 3 tips. And this has not come out of any deep academic work or studying. This has come out of sucking at relationships for many years. Oh, yeah. I suck.
I mean, are you just saying that?
No. Or... Steve, this is funny. So I've been with Alicia now almost 10 years. We've been married a little over 8 years, together almost 10. Before Alicia, my longest relationship was 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was...
Why do you think that was?
Well, I mean, I think part of it has to deal with maturity, but I think also part of it has to deal with doing the work that I've done and her doing the work that she's done, just, as humans. Us growing as humans independently and then growing as humans together, I think really helped a lot. So the 3 things that I would say are big tips for me is, number 1 is to really take ownership and personal responsibility.
Can I take notes?
Yeah, take notes, please. Yeah. Can you do that? You have to lick the pen first.
No, I don't.
No, don't do that. Okay. So the first one is to take ownership and personal responsibility in all your disagreements. Okay. That's so realistic. And what I mean by that is it's like in my relationships that didn't work, getting in arguments was a chance for me to defend myself. Whereas now, if Alicia and I have disagreements, which really doesn't happen very often, I take a step back and say, what's my role? Right? What's my role in causing this disagreement? What did I expect of her? What did I misunderstand? What am I expecting her to know about me? What do I think she should have done? All these things. So really taking ownership and personal responsibility and not making it about winning in the disagreement. The second thing would be if she gives me feedback, corrective feedback, loving corrective feedback, especially during a disagreement, it's really important for me to take a step back and just ask myself, how could that be true? Right? How could it be true? Again, past relationships, somebody gives me feedback. You don't know what you're talking about. That's you. You're just upset. You're just pissed off, whatever. That's why you're saying that. But now it's like, okay, how could that be true? Maybe there is some truth in that I can learn from. And the third thing is to really know how your partner wants to be loved. And there's a great book by Gary Chapman called The 5 Love Languages. Have you heard of this book, Steve?
Yes.
Okay. So like for Alicia, I know quality time is her big love language. And so I know that if we're sitting together and we're watching TV and I'm on my phone, then she is not going to feel as connected to me. She's not going to feel as loved by me. Yeah, make sure you write that down, the phone, even though you have a flip phone. And so I don't think you're surfing the net on your phone. So those are my 3 big tips. And the bonus tip is just to have fun. Alicia and I just try to have fun and be just have fun and just do whatever we can to be happy and be joyful anytime we're together. So those are my 3.5 tips. What about you, Steve? Are you spent? Do you have nothing to add to this conversation?
I really don't have a lot to add to that. That really is so good. One thing that Nathaniel Brandon told me once many years ago was when you have a relationship, um, and you're trying to decide whether this is the person you want to be with, have it be someone who, if you were like me and Kathy, if you were a woman, you'd want to be her. So I want to remember that I admire her that much, and I want to stay connected to how much I admire her. I don't want to let that drop out or to forget that. And my admiration for her is really big. Also, it helps me to walk into the room with no memory. So I'm not remembering what she might have said 2 days ago about me or things I should be doing differently, or I don't have any memory of anything other than it's like I want to be able to see her for the first time and listen to her for the first time and have that be brand new. Her opinion of me, if she has suggestions of what could make things better, I want to listen without defending. And her opinion of me is none of my business. I'm not going to try to manage that and try to win her over, even though I do some of that. Like when I take the garbage out, I make a lot of noise. I bang into things and I drag it across the stones and then I slam it, and it's like what is that racket? Oh, just taking the garbage out, just doing a bunch of stuff. Take heavy stuff, taking the garbage out for the good of the house, for the good of both of it, without being asked, just taking it out.
Without needing acknowledgement, yeah.
Sorry if it's too loud. Sorry if it was heavy. Sorry if the fact that it was heavy made it loud and interrupted you with my selfless service to the relationship. So I was taught when I worked in factories that whenever the bosses come through the factory to look at the workers doing the work, and I used to work in factories in the summers when I grew up in Michigan, that what the workers taught me was whenever the bosses start coming through the plant, make as much noise as you can. And it'll cause them to want to get out of there fast, and it'll cause them to think you're really working hard. So we would slam buckets down, just make the biggest racket we could. That's a good tip for a marriage too. If you're doing something around the house that helps, don't do it in silence. Make a lot of noise. And if the thing itself isn't noisy, big sighs. Heave a big sigh like,
Yeah.
oh, woo, woo. She might be in the other room like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm just cleaning up in here. Yeah, I'm just rearranging a little bit. Sorry if that sigh bothered your peace.
You know what I do, Steve, is I do the laundry a lot, and that's not very loud, so I'll throw a whole handful of quarters into the washing machine to make sure she really knows that I'm doing some work.
That is cool.
And the other side of that, too, is that one time I loaded the dishwasher completely incorrectly, and now she never asked me to do it anymore. So if you don't want to do chores, just do them really poorly.
These tips are going south, I think.
All right, so before I get some people in trouble in their relationships, maybe
they're going into manipulation and looking like we care. How to look like you care.
Wasn't that a book by Dale Carnegie? No, never mind. Sorry. Okay, so that's the end of episode 37 of the Not So Serious Life. Guys, thank you so much for sending all your great questions in, and please keep sending them in to questions@thenotsoseriouslife.com so we can answer your question on the show. And don't forget to go to our website, thenotsoseriouslife.com, so you can sign up for our inner circle. You can see all the past episodes. You can continue to live a life that's not so serious. Why so serious? I don't know why I got Jamaican there. And you can keep in touch with us and share your views and leave comments, and check us out on Facebook, and we post funny stuff on there too, and really just engage with us. We love hearing from you guys. You guys are super smart, way smarter than us, and we love you. So Steve, just one parting piece of wisdom before we let everybody go. Right now, on the spot, go.
Your only job is to love that person.
Ooh, merely love her.
Simply love her.
Simply love her. And with that, episode 37 comes to a close. Or him. Or them.
Or that.
if you're in California. Okay, lots of love, guys. We'll see you next time on the Not So Serious Life. Peace out.
Bass.